All right, we are back coming to you live from the Cool Breeze AC broadcast facility. This is Knockout Radio. And, you know, I've been very vocal about Hall of Fame, the word Hall of Fame, the word legend. Can a prop be in the Hall of Fame? Can a fight be in the Hall of Fame? We've talked about all of that, which brings us to our next segment.
Okay.
Because this is a legitimate Hall of Famer coming up next. I'm very excited about the news. I'm very excited to have him back on the program. It's been a while. Stitch, how are you, sir?
What's going on, Randy? I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on again, bro.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time. And let's start at the top. Talk about the news. It was reported. It's been out on Facebook and Twitter, and a big announcement was just made on your behalf.
Yeah, to get inducted into the National Boxing Hall of Fame. They're going to have their ceremony April 28th in Los Angeles area. So, yeah, something that kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it, but it's an honor just to be included with so many of these legends.
How does that happen? Is it a phone call? Is it a tweet? Do they put that little note on a pigeon and they have it fly to your house? How does it happen?
Yeah, they sent me a text, actually, and Shelly Williams is the one that recommended me, and sent me a text and told me that I was inducted into the National Boxing Hall of Fame, and so. They gave me their number, and I made contact, and then they sent me the information. So, yeah, that was kind of a nice surprise.
What is the criteria? Do they look at what you've done in the boxing ring? Was it your acting chops in Creed? You know, what was the final decision?
I don't know. You know, that's what blows my mind. You know, it's just something that I've been doing for the longest time, and that's taking care of fighters, and you know, maybe that had something to do with it. But yeah, it's nice just to be included and just to be thought of that. You know, I'm making some changes in the game.
How far has, you know, the brand and what you do, not the brand of Stitch, just, you know, the job that you do, how has it changed over the years? I remember a friend of mine was the trainer of the New York Mets before you needed to go to school and you needed to go do all of these things. And I'm assuming that's kind of what's happened in your profession as well, right?
Well, you know, Randy, it's a little different, this one, because keep in mind all major sports, baseball, football, everybody has to be certified to be a coach, a trainer. In combat sports, none of us have to be certified, right? So my whole disposition, my whole thing in life is to educate. You know, there's still so many guys that do so many things wrong, even as cutmen, you know, putting the swabs in their mouth, putting them behind their ear, you know, using the end swell, and just kind of, you know, there's just so many techniques that people are doing wrong, and my job and my legacy is to educate and try to get everybody on the right track.
And before we move on, as well as my wife is a nurse, she's been a nurse at Tampa General for more years than I really want to say publicly. And when she became a nurse, you didn't need the full degree. You know, you could just go to the nursing school. Now you have to have all these degrees, and you know, everything continues to change. So if you see something, you know, like the swab, which I have thought about before, it's in somebody's mouth and now it's on your face or whatever. What do? Do you recommend, or do you do seminars to kind of teach right and wrong?
Yeah, all of the above. You know, there's guys that I'll try to teach and take them into the next level of professionalism when I see passion. You know, a lot of guys do it for the money, they do it for the TV exposure, but if you have passion, then I can see you, you know, improving your skill level through education, and these are the ones that I concentrate on, and hopefully they'll do the same as they grow. You know, but education is a big thing that we lack here. You know, the things even with dementia pugilistica, you know, the dehydration period, the contracts, all that is, there's really nothing established that will protect these fighters.
I don't want to set you off and get all upset and then you get upset at me, but I'll tell you the worst thing I've ever seen a cut person do. I won't publicly say the organization or the person, but this person was smoking a vape pen while she was taking care of a fighter.
Are you kidding me?
That's
so stupid.
Yeah, I swear to you, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I know. I believe it. That's what that's my point. Is everybody, you know, it's like people sitting at ringside with sunglasses on. what's the purpose then? There's no purpose but recognition.
Right.
And, but that's a false bravado. So, yeah, but for somebody to be smoking a vape as they're working on a cut, I've never heard it and I haven't seen it, but it's the stupidest thing I've heard.
Well, I'm glad I was able to bring something to the conversation.
And in all fairness,
I have to Google that one now.
Oh, I'll text you. I'll tell you all the details. I'm just not going to say it publicly. I'm not that kind of person.
and in all fairness, Stitch, I haven't spoke yet, so you still might hear the stupidest thing you've ever heard. So here it goes. So I'm going to give my hand. Like, I'm not a good poker player, but right now in the state of Florida, there's a Stitch Duran autograph signed glove, UFC glove, for $15. Now, it's 3.5 hours away from where I live, but it's worth the drive just to have a Hall of Famer's autograph glove.
So is it in that storage we were talking about?
No, it's
Okay.
different. But I'll,
no, but we can validate it because we've got the guy.
I know, but I don't want to give away because someone's going to go snag
Okay,
it,
all right.
and I want it for my collection. But what, Stitch, is your prize possession? Do you have anything from any fight, a memorabilia that you treasure the most out of all of the stuff you've collected, or do you even collect them?
I can answer that for you, Stitch.
Go ahead.
It's our friendship.
Yeah. Well, that, of course. That's without even, don't even put it with anything else. That goes way above that. And that's why I'm on the phone with you.
Well, we appreciate that.
You know what? There's a sweatsuit here that I have. I've never worn, but the meaning is so strong. That's Fedor Emelianenko. When I was doing the pride fights in Japan, I'd go with Josh Barnett, and Fedor had just come back from breaking his hand, and the promoter asked me to wrap his hands, and of course I did. And after that, we became friends. And my last day with the UFC, he was fighting in San Jose, and I walk into the hotel lobby from the airport, and he comes up to me and gives me a hug and says, "I have some sweats for you." So he sent the guy upstairs, brought sweat, the Team Fedor sweat, and I had my name on them. So what made that special is that he thought about me when he was in Russia, and those are special moments. But I got tons of them, bro. I got tons of memories that are unforgettable.
What's it like when, whether it's the biggest name in the sport, Fedor, or, an up-and-coming fighter, or really anybody, reaches out to you and says, "Hey, are you available on this date? I have a fight, and I really need you in my corner."
Yeah, that's always a great feeling, just the respect factor more than anything else. And it don't really have to be a big name. I worked with Shane Mosley Jr. A couple of weeks ago, and just, I forget the name Shane Mosley Jr., but just the character. And for me now, it's to the point I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of world title fights, and I've wrapped hundreds and hundreds of hands. And but it's not even about that anymore. It's about the relationship with fighters and radio DJs.
What's Stitch Duran doing these days? I know last time we talked, which was way too long ago, and that's on me, and I apologize. You said you wanted to kind of, come back a little, stay back a little, slow it down a little. Is that still the case, or are you just as busy as you've always been?
Yeah, I wish I could say that, but I'm glad that I can't. Yeah, I got, they're filming a documentary in my life. If you remember, I wrote a couple of books from the fields to the garden, growing up as a farm worker and then making it to Madison Square Garden. And that was real successful. And those are available at Amazon.com, by the way. But being that...
You're a professional. You're a professional with that, Stitch.
Well, thank you. But yeah, they're filming a documentary in my life. I just send the information to Michael B. Jordan, and that's hopefully, by the first half of the end of the year, it'll be coming out. And I just got some information on a cannabis line. So there's a company that in the new year, Mac, I just got this email at 11:05. 23 minutes ago. Let me read it to you. He says, "Just to let you know that we are working on creating a special strain called High Stitch, and I should have samples for you soon. I am putting together the feasibility of having a special run on hand-rolled product, each number between 1 to 2,500, to launch at Final 13 in Las Vegas prior to your induction into Hall of Fame." So that's another project that popped up to me.
That's cool. Now, they'll all be collector's items, so you got to decide what number you want.
Yeah, exactly. And then, somebody brought up I think they're going to do rolling papers and call them, the tightest rap in town. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, so I'm looking they're working on that right now. So, yeah, been busy, thank God. Still got a lot of shows coming up in New Year, so I thought I was going to slow down. I spend my last New Year's Eve, I'll be in Tokyo. So that's my last fight for this year.
So you didn't cut back, when you were saying you wanted to stay, closer to home, and so that didn't even happen. You stayed way too busy.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, man. When you get these guys that you work with time after time, and they rely on you, and it's tough to say no. And to this point now, Randy, it's not even about the economics anymore. It's about relationships that I have. It's about stories that that I could tell my grandkids, and it's just I'm enjoying life.
Let me ask you this, and I asked David Feldman back in the day the same thing, and I've talked to Dana about it. We're all fans of this sport, but when you're working, are you able to even really enjoy a fight? I mean, or are you watching that fighter and not the fight itself?
Yeah, that's a good question. My whole focus, I am watching the fight, but as I'm doing that, my whole focus is on his face. The whole 3 minutes when they're out there, I'm looking to see what kind of damage he's creating, what kind of damage he's receiving, and then I work, when the bell rings, then I'll work according to that. But I always prepare for the worst case scenario.
So Stitch, obviously, you're a Hall of Famer. You're the face of the sport, in my opinion. I mean, the fight community is not the same without Stitch Duran in it. And I just got to take a second to give you a personal thank you, because 2 years ago in Atlanta at the Frank Mir fight, you stepped on the back of my truck and did the vertical gym, and I was at a point where it was brand new, and I had access to legends and wrestlers and champions and former champions, and so many people are so afraid to look bad or not dominate or look so like they are masterful, and so a lot of these people are afraid to even try, and you were so open to experiencing something new, and you gave me a lot of confidence, and I'm proud to say that today I train all the elite fighters in the Tampa Bay area. I train a local high school. I help kids establish their dream from a wish, a hope, to actually college and beyond, and you gave me confidence in myself to take a new journey, and I just want to say thank you.
Oh, no, it's always, and that's the thing that, I was just talking about. It's not about the world title fights anymore, anything like that. It's about the relationships. And that obviously it's a memory that you have that makes me feel good, that you bring it up.
So he's the reason I can't get rid of you. So because of Stitch,
yeah,
that's why
I'm here forever.
If I got to blame somebody, and Stitch, this is a true story. He has been fired live on the air, for real, not a gimmick, 3 times. And I can't get rid of him.
Who's the fool?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. Ain't that the truth? What are your holiday plans? Christmas coming up, New Year's coming up. What are the plans for the family?
Yeah, I just laying low. I got my grandkids are here right now, and my other one is coming in about 10, 15, 20 minutes. But no, just lay low. That's pretty much. We're going to have, the Christmas dinner with the family and what have you not. And, but for the most part, lay low. And like say next Thursday, I fly off to Tokyo to do a show on New Year's Eve and then get home New Year's Day.
I'm assuming that most parents, and did your parents say to you the same thing my parents said to me? You love your children, but wait until you have grandchildren.
It's funny because, yeah, you're right. I just got chills as you mentioned that, because my daughter called last night, and she was going to drop them off this morning. But the kids wanted to spend the night, and, of course, we got a big smile on our faces and welcomed them. Yeah, you got to love your kids. But, man, these little grandkids are just, they make you laugh. They keep us young.
Absolutely, and I am the luckiest person on planet Earth, as my grandkids live 4 houses down. And literally, the youngest is 3 years old. She's now in daycare. And she comes and knocks on the door every morning at like 6:45, 7 o'clock. She comes inside for 5 minutes. We have a quick breakfast. Then she goes. It's grandkids. You're right. It makes you young, and it makes everything, all the ridiculousness stuff that's going on in the world, when you're able to spend time or even FaceTime, it makes it worth it.
Yeah, no, they're dogs, man. And, you know, they love hassling Grandpa here and give Mama all the credit. Yeah, they just mess with me. You know? So, but I love it. That's what keeps them young. Keeps me young.
Absolutely. As always, Stitch, thank you for your time. Congratulations on going in the Hall of Fame. Thank you for being a friend of the show and a friend of mine. Enjoy the holidays, and hopefully we'll cross paths somewhere very, very soon.
Oh, I'm sure we will. And, you know, you mentioned Dave Feldman, and I got to give him a lot of props, man. He's doing a great job, and, you know, I'm so proud of him.
He has taken the whole sport, you know, from a dream that was 100-some years put away. Yeah, good stuff. Say hello to the family. Enjoy the grandkids. And I know we have your address. We're going to send you another care package from 8 Man Strong, as well as a box of stuff from Bucked Up Energy Drink as well.
My man, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Look forward to 2024.
Absolutely. Thank you, Stitch. What a good guy. And we need like Creed 7, because if you remember back when Stitch was on, I was going to hide in his luggage just so I could go to the premiere. So we need it to be far enough down the road, because I need to do that. I need to get there.
You got connections, Randy. You should cash in some favors, man. You know,
I,
all the people.
I do have some connections.
What are you worried about?
I'm not worried about anything. All right, let's at the bottom of the hour of the break. We'll continue talking about you know, Rocky Balboa and Sly.
Cash in your connects.
You
worked a long time.
I'll cash it in 2 days after I'm dead. This is Knockout Radio.
I'll cash it in 2 days
yeah,
after
sure
you're
you will. You'll cash it in 2 days before I die. Brought to you by 8 Man Strong, Staff Zone, Bucked Up Energy Drink, and Bio Accelerator. He's already making the call.